Hey everyone, welcome back to Indie Voice. Whether you're new here or a longtime viewer, I am so glad you're joining me today as we dive into LudoNarraCon 2025, an incredible showcase of narrative-driven games brought to us by fellow traveler. This event has reminded me of just how much I need to play more narrative games, and trust me, after seeing these, you will too. Quick reminder, many of these games have demos available, others have been fully released. I'll make sure to add them before each and every one of these games, so be sure to wishlist your favorites on Steam. Now let's jump into the top 10 games from LudoNarraCon 2025 that deserve your attention. At number 10, Creepy Redneck Dinosaur Mansion 3. In this odd, match DNA bubbles in an underground lab to keep your psychotic clone from invading your mind and turning you into a cannibal. And yes, I am really saying this weird match 3's survival tabletop RPG type game is as wild as it sounds. So my short thought on this, a bizarre but addictive mix of puzzle mechanics and a little bit of dark humor here and there. If you love weird narrative experiments, then this one is definitely for you. At number 9, Promise Mascot Agency. Revive a cursed town by recruiting mascot friends, solving mysteries, and helping a living finger with anger issues. An open-world narrative adventure with charm to spare. For my short thoughts, oddly heartwarming and packed with personality, this is actually rated as overwhelmingly positive on Steam. At number 8, Pine, A Story of Loss. A short story but emotional tale about grief, memory, and moving forward. Help a woodworker cope with the loss of his wife in this amazing, sad experience. My thoughts, a beautiful bittersweet game that lingers on even after it's over. At number 7, Wanderstop. A turn-based RPG where you craft attacks by combining words. Like a weird JoJo Bizarre Adventure, you hunt down for 200 words, befriend rivals, and race across the universe. For my short thoughts, the retro anime aesthetic and creative combat makes this a must-play for RPG fans. At number 6, Unbeatable, a rhythm adventure game where music is illegal, so you do crimes. Follow Beat and her band in a story-driven experience with flawless arcade-style gameplay. My thoughts, stylish, energetic, and packed with emotions, a rhythm game with soul. So before we continue on down to our last top 5, we're going to show you some honorable mentions of some demos that are there, some that may interest you, and some games that are also available with demos. And at number 5, Jump the Track. Fight the gig economy in this absurd comedy. Change dialogue options after altering outcomes and overthrow the system. My short thoughts? This is a very clever and colorful narrative game with unique approach to choices throughout the game that you'll experience. At number 4, Nirvana Noir, a noir adventure across parallel realities. One colorless, the other one is exploding within sin. Solve cosmic mysteries in this follow-up to Genesis Noir. So if you loved Genesis Noir, this is a visual and narrative feast because this is amazingly well done by these developers that made the first one and continued on with this one. So the demo is available for the second one, but I do highly recommend playing the first one. At number 3, Scab Dackle, a hand-drawn Metroidvania with tight combat, cheeky humor, and deep lore. You play as a novice wizard exploring a vast, interconnected world. My thoughts, it's sort of a Souls-like and a Metroidvania here, a bit of charm and challenging to equal the measure. Honestly, this one has been really surprising to me. I didn't know what I was going to experience with this. I thought it was just going to be all straight narrative, but this is actually really recommended here because it's really fun. At number 2, Citizen Sleeper 2 Starward Vector, a dice-driven RPG where you're an escape android navigating a rich sci-fi world. Find a crew, take contracts, and survive the Starward belt. My thoughts? Even better than the first. Deeply immersive and impossible to put down. And I have definitely said that because after playing the demo, I was already hooked, and then when the full game was out, I could not stop playing this until I remembered I had to make this video. At number 1. Now this was actually really hard to come by because there was a lot of good options, a lot of amazing games, and games that are just downright weird. But this one is definitely at number 1. And the drum roll is Wanderstop. From the creator of Stanley Parable comes a cozy narrative game about tea, change, and your self-discovery. My personal thoughts about this one: this is a perfect antidote to stress. Relaxing, reflective, and full of warmth. My top pick. This one I have played just about the same amount of time as Citizen Sleeper 2, but this I just had to take the time into just taking a breath, just making tea, understanding other characters around me, listening to their stories, and expanding more on that. This game is something I recommend if you want to get away from the action and crazy games out there or stuff that's stressing you out about life. This one is definitely something to make a stop at. I know, pun intended. And this is very much worth at number 1. Thank you everybody for watching this video, and the LudoNarraCon 2025 delivered some absolute amazing gems, and I can't wait to dive deeper into those worlds. Which one caught your eye? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and subscribe for more indie game coverage, and I'll see you in the next one.